Hey everyone, this is Angie at Stampingwithamore. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and hit that bell for notifications each time I upload a new video. So I have another series box, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you haven't been around, it all started with Mr. 4th of July. So I made him for the 4th of July, and then everybody really liked him and was asking for other things, and it just became like a series of mine. So I have a new one today. So I'm going to just go through the ones that I have if you haven't seen them yet. It's this one, and we have a Santa. And these are all the same boxes. They're all done the same way. We have a bunny. I did a leprechaun for St. Patrick's, and then I did a reindeer. This is one of my favorite, the snowman. And I recently did the scarecrow. So we have a bunch of them, and I feel like one's missing, but I'm not sure. I want to apologize first if my voice is funny or if I'm just not as upbeat as usual, because I'm having some sinus issues, ear problems, and so I'm a little bit under the weather. And this weekend is our Stampin' Up! Online convention, and I'm so looking forward to it, and this comes on. So anyway, my newest in this was inspired by some candy I saw at the store, and it is the Grinch. I think he turned out so cute. Oh my gosh, he was so fun to make. And this is the candy that I found in the store. I didn't give him the yellow eyes because I wanted him to be a little bit more friendly for kids. But I used our new treat bags, and I filled them with this. And like some of the bottom says stink, stink, stunk. This is the cutest. You probably can't see it too well in this bag, but it's the cutest candy, and I'll show it to you in here. There's different ones. Some of them look like the Grinch, his face is here on the bottom, but some of these, they say, "You're a mean one." They have different sentiments on the bottom, and then they have these little Grinch ones. They're so cute, and when I saw those, first thing that came to my mind was a Grinch box, because who doesn't love the Grinch? It's one of my favorite holiday movies. I love the version, not the cartoon version as much as I do the one with Jim Carrey in it. But this is so cute. All right, let's go ahead and get started with this. We're making the box the same way, so you need a piece that is 8 by 8. I'm using real red. And then I'm doing the handles in Granny Apple Green, and these are 11 inches by 2. You need 2 of them. You can put one handle on if you want. Some of these I put 1, some of them I put 2. This one I put 2 on. You do need scrap Granny Apple Green, real red, basic white, and basic black. And I did use the Granny Apple Green ink. We're going to ink up his nose and eyebrows for that. And these are the bags. They are called Love Santa treat bags. If you don't have these, you need to get these. I mean, they are so pretty. There's different designs on them, but they're absolutely so pretty. They have pine. We're going to use this one again because I thought that fit. It's just got little like big snowflakes and stuff. This one's a plaid, and then there's a one with Christmas trees on it. And I love these. They're not clear, they're a little frosted, but I love them. We're going to use this one again for this box. So I think that's everything. I'm using the mini ruffled ribbon to close up the bag. And all of the dies that I'm using, some of these are retired, but I know a lot of people have heart dies and they have oval dies. And so I'm using the Stitched Be Mine, which is retired. The layering ovals are retired as well. I'll tell you the sizes of them so you can compare with what you have. But I'm also using the basic borders and the stitch triangle for his hat. And then the sentiment I'm using is the Spring on Christmas, because I thought that was kind of appropriate. It's really cute. Alright, so here are the dies that we are using. This heart, the inside part is what's going to cut out, not the ruffle. The ruffle cuts out separate. So the heart itself is about 3.5 inches by I'd say 3.5 by 3.5 or 3.5 by 3.25. That's basically the size. And the oval that I'm using it's about 3.75 by 3.75. And then this is the triangle. This triangle is 3.5 tall by 2 inches wide. And then this is what I'm using for his hat. This is from the Borders die. All right, so we have a lot of cut and emboss. I didn't cut any of these out early except for in the many hearts, or not in the many hearts, in the Stitched Be Mine. I cut out these hearts right here. I have a bunch sitting here already cut out because we're using these for his nose. So if you have a mini punch, anything like that will work as well. So let's get the cut and emboss, and we are going to roll on with these. All right, so we're going to cut out the heart and the oval first because this is his face. So we have the oval and the heart. And these are going to be for his face. So we'll move those out of the way. I'm going to save this because I need it for his eyebrows, which I'll show you the punches that we're going to use for this. And then we need to cut out his hat with the triangle. I actually cut the hat out by hand before, but I thought using this triangle would be a lot easier for a lot of people instead of trying to cut it by hand, because it can be a little bit trying sometimes. And then with this one, we're going to just cut, and I'm going to grab some purple tape. We're going to just cut. And we're going to use this for the little ball on his hat and for the top part of his hat, the fur. So we need to run this one through twice. And then I'm just going to switch it over. And we're going to do it like this. These dies have been the greatest dies, these border dies. Oh my gosh, they have been lifesavers for me. All right. So I think that's all the cut and emboss work we have to do. I'm going to just cut this. I'm going to just kind of round the end a little bit. All right, let's get these put up. And this is going to be for the top of his hat and for the end of his hat. All right, let's go ahead, and first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put him together, because what you need to do on here is I just measured approximately 2.5 from the top, because we need to cut this, the bottom part. So I just mark it about 2.5 from the top. And then I'm just going to curve it around, cut that bottom part off. Just like that. And kind of make it even. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I think that's good. And this is going to go like this for his face. And we are going to go ahead and use our 1/2-inch circle punch, which this is also no longer available. We need 2 of those for his eyes. And then we need the little handheld punch here. And this is just a regular punch. This is for his eyeballs. And then what I'm using for his eyebrows is this tulip punch. And I'm going to just use this right here, this scrap part at the bottom. We need 2 of these. We're going to cut these a little bit smaller too because they're just a little bit too big. So those are his eyebrows. And I think we just need a nose. So I'm going to use one of the bigger hearts for his nose. So I'm going to cut his eyebrows a little bit smaller. You want to keep the same curve, but I may end up trimming them a little bit more, and then I'm just going to take this one and cut it the exact same way. So they're the same size and everything. All right, so those are his eyebrows. You can even just cut these out how you want, but now we're going to go ahead and put him together. All right, so what I did was I used wet glue for everything so I can kind of move it around. Oh, let's ink up his eyes or his eyebrows and his nose first. So I just got a little sponge dauber here. I'm just going to use this because I don't want to get my mat all dirty here. And this is just Granny Apple Green, and I'm just making it a little bit darker so it stands out a little bit. So that's his nose, and then we're going to do his eyebrows too. And the eyebrows don't show up a whole lot, but you need them to give them that kind of goofy look. You know how he has that grimace kind of. And I want to make sure that I got these right because, nope, they got to go this way. I need to cut that a little bit better here. And cut that. There we go. So his eyebrows, when they go on, they go this way and this way. So I did the wrong side. I do both sides in case I mess up. It's easy. It doesn't matter if both sides are inked up. All right, we'll get those on in just a little bit. All right, that is all that we are doing. I'm going to draw on his mouth, and I actually drew his mouth on with the Stampin' Right marker, and then I just went to test it, and because it looked like it was getting low, so I just used the basic black one. And it's really light, so I'm going to use this other one that I have. And we're going to draw his mouth. So you want to make it deep and long because he has that kind of grin. And then we are going to put him together. So we are going to glue on this part. Onto here. And then I leave this pretty loose so I can lift it up and put his eyes in here. And we need to put glue on him too. But make sure you do him first because it really does make a difference. And I should have put his eyeballs on first. That's what I did last time. And then put him towards the top because that's what makes him look kind of sinister, I guess. When I first look at it, I think of a frog. That's exactly what I thought when I was putting him together at first. But once you get his eyebrows and stuff on, then he starts looking like himself because these are going to go this way and this way. So we're going to put his nose on. And his eyebrows. You want to cover like half of his eyebrow too. I mean his eyeball. So it makes him look, you have that little bit of sinister look. Oh, move your eyeball. No, not there. And this one's going to go on like that. I have them kind of meeting in the middle, overlapping. So just like that. And he's starting to look like him, right? All right, and then his hat, I am going to just bend over the top a little bit. And his hat is going to go on here, but we need to put on his fluff here first. So I'm just going to cut this. And we're going to attach this to his hat. I may have made it too long. I cut the other one too a little bit shorter after I got it on. Let's see if that's, yeah, that's fine. So we're going to put his hat on. I'm kind of putting it on a little bit tilted because he never had it on really straight hardly. So I'm going to put him, let's see, like that. And then we're going to do the little ball out of here. So you're just going to cut and I'm going to put that on here. And then we're ready to make our box. So there he is right there. Isn't he cute? I think he's so cute. All right, let's get the box going here. So we need to score it. This is a super easy box, y'all. So you are going to score this at 3 and 5, and then 2 and 6. We are going to cut in here on the sides. And after doing these, so many of them, I figure out a different way to make it look a little bit cleaner inside, and I'll show you that in a minute when we glue this together. And I probably showed it in the Scarecrow one that I made a few months ago. All right, so now we are going to sharpen these. And I am going to go ahead and use wet glue. So we are going to first bring this one up here. I like to glue both sides at the same time because the wet glue gives you enough time. So I pull that one up first. Make sure it's nice and square. I usually do it up against my mat here so I know that it's nice and square. And then these, I almost messed up by showing you. So you see that little part in here you're not going to see if you put your glue on the outside of these instead of the inside. And then you just pull these up and it hides that. And it's nice and clean on the inside. All right, so this is going to be the front of my box because this is the back part where these are coming towards the back. I like this to be my front. And we're going to put on our Mr. Grinch right here. I'm going to round that just a hair more here. And we are going to put him on here. Just like that. Isn't he cute? Oh my gosh. I never thought I'd make a Grinch box, but everybody's got a Grinch in their family, right? Maybe this is what that's for. But I love the candy. They were super cute, and it just gave me the idea to do this. All right, so on the handles, what I do is I'm using tear and tape, and I put it on both sides because the tear and tape holds these on, especially if you're putting like these chocolates in there, then tear and tape will hold it on a whole lot better. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to show you how I do the handles. A lot of people always ask me how I get the handles on, and this is how I do it. I just take this and bring these both towards me like that. So it gives it a little bit of a loop. And we're going to take the backings off of these. And then I just place them on here. You can make them as tall as you want, as short as you want. It's just all up to you. Just make sure you make them both even when you do that on both sides. So again, I just take it out like that, hold it, and then just turn it toward you. And then we're going to make our little, so there he is. Isn't that cute? They're so cute. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our bag, and I did cut about 2 inches off of this bag, so I'm going to just go ahead and cut it because it was a little bit too tall. I mean, if you're going to put a ton of candy, don't cut it, but I'm putting a good amount, so this thing will hold a lot of candy because it opens on the sides. So I'm going to put some of these in here because they're so stinking cute. I'll probably give these to my grandkids, my grandson. And then I'm going to use my mini ruffled ribbon and we're going to tie a bow, but I forgot to punch my little tag because I want a tag on this. And we are just punching the scallop out of the scallop. This is the double oval, and this one's scallop, the other one's plain. I'm going to use some memento. I want to do my sentiment on here before I put this in. And it says, "Bring on Christmas." Then I'm going to just punch another hole in the top here. And now we're ready to do our ribbon. Do it a little bit further down. This is slippery, this bag, so you got to really hang on to it. All right. I thought this ruffled ribbon was perfect for it too. And then we will stick it inside of our little Grinch box, just like that. So there you go, everyone. Here's the other one. It's really a fun one. I hope you give it a try because it's really, really a fun one. All right, everyone, so that is it. Here's my November hostess code. If you want to shop on my blog, it's stampingwithamore.com. The shop it button is right on my blog. All right, everyone, I hope you have a blessed one, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later. Bye.